Hello and welcome to News Crunch. Today I have with me Mr. Jonathan and myself, talking about the issue, can we trust the bank? So we want to hear your opinion. We want you to post comments below this video telling us your opinions and expressing your opinions towards this certain video. Okay, welcome Mr. Jonathan. Today we are going to be talking about this issue. He's a person that has experienced these kind of issues and he knows whether we can trust the bank or not. So hello Mr. Jonathan, what do you think about the bank? Please give us a brief detail of how you think the bank is basically set.
Well, in 1967, I opened my very first bank account at Barclays on Market Street in Thirsk. Well, I did hand over my, princely sum of £25 to the manager of Mr. Godgen, his name was, and wrote my first ever cheque, which was like 45 years ago, and Barclays has changed beyond belief, and so has my relationship with my bank. Barclays today is a titan of the financial world with 150,000 employees. It's also a bank at the centre of the current scandal. Engulfing politicians and regulators at stake is our basic trust in financial institutions, including our own high street bank. So, basically, this is what I think about the bank, So, in my film, which goes out on July the 23rd, I want to explore how we got here, what it means to anyone with a bank account or a business, and whether we can ever learn to trust them. So, Mr. Jonathan, in the 80s, the big bang deregulation and the computer technology changed everything. Alongside the high street bank, a new aggressive global investment business grew up, and the City of London became the hub of global financial services. A business which employs 1 million people in the UK, handles 150 million bank accounts and 65,000 cash machines. A business which accounts for about 10% of every penny we earn and 10% of all tax revenues. That's an awful lot of hospitals and schools, isn't it? Yeah, well, banks act as fuel pipes for the economy. Their investments fueled our economic growth for nearly 2 decades. In other words, they are incredibly important and we can't do without them.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Jonathan. But those banks are also blamed for the debts and reckless investments which led to the economic crash of 2008. And when they got into trouble, it was the taxpayer who bailed them out, so they could continue lending money to ensure our eventual recovery.
Well, banking at its most fundamental level involves trust, just as I trusted Mr. Godgen all those years ago with my £25, so individuals, business and governments need to trust banks are behaving correctly and honestly when they do business worth millions and billions of pounds. But in recent years, that trust has been strained, and with latest revelation about how Barclays manipulated the vital LIBOR interest rate for its own benefit, everyone seems to agree we need a wholesale change in the way our banks run and regulated.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Jonathan, for coming in today just to share your opinion about banks. Thank you very much. Please subscribe, like and comment. And obviously something else which I wanted to tell you, all you News Crunch subscribers and viewers, what we want to talk about, what we spoke about just now was something that we had to discuss. We can't live without them. We can't live without banks. But can we ever trust them? We want to hear from you. Send us your comments and experiences. We may use them within the program that we are going to be creating, or that Mr. Jonathan is going to be creating. Thank you very much for basically listening to what we have been talking about. And once again, we are going to be thanking Mr. Jonathan for coming in today and also sharing his opinions about the bank. Thank you very much, Mr. Jonathan, and we are very grateful for you coming in today into our studio.